Ooh, what is up, guys? Sam Dog, the infamous 253, coming at you guys. The first ever stream from my new place. Got Dallas on the speakerphone. Dallas, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah, had a doozy of some championship games. Well, one of them wasn't really much of a show because one team got blown out, the other took it down to the wire, and kind of a little controversial stuff, man, in that last game, man. But man, I'll be honest with you, I felt like the Bills got freaking robbed, especially when Josh Allen, he looked like he had that freaking first down.
Yeah, I think that was a bad spot, but there was a lot of other things that cost the Bills that game.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. There was a lot of things that cost. I mean, especially when they went for two twice and didn't get it. That was too early.
Yeah, they were chasing points early, late in the first half, and yeah, they just a lot of self-inflicted wounds, and man, just another tough loss for the Bills in the playoffs against the Chiefs. They just can't solve them.
Yeah, they just cannot solve them at all. You know what I mean? It's like, if it was not now, then when? You know, I feel like now maybe the Bills' window might start closing, but we'll see what goes on and what offseason moves they make. I mean, obviously, we made an interesting offseason move hiring Clint Kubiak, Seahawks-wise, but man, Philadelphia, though, man, they just freaking took it to the Washington Commanders. And here's a question I want to ask. Did we maybe see Bobby Wagner's last game in the NFL?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Did we see Wagner's last game in the NFL? Because it sounded like that we maybe might have seen Wagner's last game. And did we also see Zach Ertz's last game in the NFL maybe?
Yeah, who knows? Yeah,
a lot of questions. Yeah, a lot of questions to be answered on this one for sure, man. But you never know for sure. But we'll wait and find out during the offseason for sure. And then I'm anxious to see what Clint Kubiak's going to do. And hopefully that was a Mike McDonald move. But, man, Philly, man, just they let Washington get down the field first, get that field goal. And then after that, it took one big kickoff return up to the 40, and Saquon did the rest on the very first play for scrimmage for them.
Yeah.
It was all Saquon and Jalen Hurts. They both had they had 7 rushing touchdowns in that game, the Eagles did. 3 from Jalen, 3 from Saquon, and 1 from Shipley, the rookie running back out of Clemson, which Saquon Barkley was like, let him finish. You could tell the way he was hyping him up earlier after he got the touchdown.
Yeah, most points scored in a conference championship game.
Ever, yeah. The most points ever.
The previous record was the Bills in 1990 when they put up 51 against the Raiders.
Yeah.
They're gonna be tough to beat.
Yeah, for sure. Philadelphia, though, I'll tell you what, we'll wait until we do the Super Bowl pick on like February 7th because the Super Bowl is February 9th. And yeah, so we'll stay tuned for that. But other than that, though, I really thought, just what really also killed the Commanders and Washington, give credit to their Washington, Philadelphia, give credit to Philly's defense where it's due. They forced those turnovers, all of them punch-outs. And you know who was also a big factor in that game for the freaking Eagles, and we could have had him a couple years back? Jalen Carter.
Yeah, the turnovers are what did Washington in, just like what did Detroit in the week before.
3 fumbles,
5 turnovers.
3 fumbles, all punch-outs, and an interception.
And 28 points off 4 turnovers. You're not going to win any games.
Yeah,
like
Philly scored every time they forced turnovers in that game.
They were 7 for 7 in the red zone. They just put on a clinic on offense.
No doubt about that, for sure. But, man, now we have a rematch of Super Bowl 57, but now in Super Bowl 59, now that the Eagles are back in it. But we'll get into the preview and the pick later in the coming 2 weeks. So get a few weeks off, just chilling. But right now I'm just out here, back deck, my new house. I won't take you all inside yet. Maybe, well, you'll see the new setup later when I do game picks, or if I'm doing videos of the breaking news of any of the trades or any of the signings the Seahawks do. That's for sure. Oh, yeah, Adam, Mindful Media Productions been to the house already. He's been here already.
Has he?
Yep, he has. We have yet to get you over here, especially when it comes time to do Red Zone. which I'll do on the Fubo TV, which thankfully got all set up and everything too with and Adam got me hooked up with all the connections and everything too. So shout out to Adam. And man, also, man, shout out to Michael, that dude at work today, man. When I was doing something at work and I saw this guy and he was smoking tobacco out the pipe, and then we were talking a little bit about the Thunderbird area, and then he freaking just came out, and when I was going back into my place, like, hey, wait, before I go in, he actually gave me this little Arturo Fuente cigar. But man, there's going to be a lot of interesting things for sure coming up in this off season, but let's see what happens in this Super Bowl coming around. But man, I'll tell you what, for Kansas City, I will say this: they look like they struggled against the run in the AFC Championship. I mean, and I don't get why Buffalo near the end, why they didn't have James Cook out there near like the end. You know, I would have still kept James Cook out there instead of spreading around the running backs. You know.
Yeah. Because Cook was something that the Eagles can exploit in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Thanks, Andrew. Yeah. Eagles could definitely exploit that, especially, I mean, if Saquon gets rolling on them, if the Chiefs get down deep, I don't think there's any comeback, much like when they got blown out by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Super Bowl 55.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, man, it was just crazy, man. It's like KC definitely was never playing like a Super Bowl team the whole season. They've been playing with gas, and they've just been fortunate enough to get some good calls their way and just been able to freaking just win. They're playing dangerously.
Yeah.
But Philadelphia, I think they might stop the three-peat, but I don't want to assume it because I'm not sleeping on Patrick Mahomes. I wasn't sleeping on him in the game yesterday against Buffalo. Granted, I picked against them, but it was just unfortunate for Buffalo. I just felt like Josh Allen got a really bad spot on that second quarterback sneak. Not the one where he dove over the top and got it, but the second one where they marked him short, which was absolute BS, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, man, just what's your thoughts on the Clint Kubiak hire?
I don't know much. I don't know much about it other than he's the son of Gary Kubiak.
And his brother's Clay Kubiak is a coordinator for the 49ers. What another person told me.
Oh.
Yeah. But definitely interesting to see what's going to be happening with that, because we all know for a fact, even with the OC, we know we got to still build the offensive line. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And then frickin', we got to hit big on the draft, especially on the trenches, O-line, and then some. Who knows what happens? The rumors are, do we move on from Tyler Lockett? There's rumors that's spreading that the Seahawks about teams wanting to try to trade for DK Metcalf, man. The Chargers being one of them. But what are we going to do this offseason? What are we going to do? We just got to wait and see what kind of moves McDonald comes up with. But if we were to trade DK Metcalf, that's a player we got to get some first-round picks for.
Yeah.
We got to definitely do a lot to catch up with the Rams. I mean, we blew that one game during regular season to them, but we got to do a lot more than what we've done in the recent past to be able to catch up to them truly, as far as a lot of cars moving around out there. Obviously, that's what chilling in the back deck does. I mean, I'm in a new neighborhood, so I got a beautiful view of Mount Rainier from my house. You can't really see it from the angle that I'm sitting at, though. You can see it out my bedroom window, though. Ryan Beechner, you're going to have to wait for February 7th to find out, because that's when I'm doing the pick video and the preview. So you're going to have to wait till February 7th. We got some time now. We got some time to chill. Wait until Friday, February 7th.
And then after that, 7 months until game picks again.
Yeah. And then we wait a little bit until free agency starts, and we talk about the moves that the Seahawks makes, which is usually Michael Mathis call season. And Adam hits me up too with moves as well.
Yeah, when once free agency starts, that's when we start talking about free agent moves.
Yeah, I might start.
And you really kind of start posting videos again once free agent starts.
Yeah, Michael.
There's kind of that dead period.
Yeah, some of which may be
after the Super Bowl's over.
Yeah, some of which those moves come while I'm at work, and Michael hits me up in texts or calls if I'm able to get on there, and I have to step outside of my work area when it's if I'm either on a lunch break when it happens or I'm on a break when it happens to be able to drop a quick video giving my thoughts about the moves. So I do my best, though. I mean, granted, you know, Brendan Nelson's always going to be on it all the time too. So Seahawks Brendan Nelson, shout out to him. I mean, he does great content too. Y'all should sub him up as well.
Yeah.
But a lot of interesting scenarios. The Super Bowl again coming up down in the Superdome, which how many Super Bowls has the Superdome hosted? We know it hosted the one where Brady and Belichick got the Patriot dynasty started back in 2001, and then it hosted the 85. It had the 85 Bears when the Bears killed the New England Patriots, and I think it had Brett Favre's only Super Bowl win in '96, and then it also hosted one where Joe Montana killed the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, this has got to be like the 8th or 9th time.
Superdome's hosted a lot of Super Bowls, that's for sure, man.
Yeah, it has.
It's crazy. Last year it was in Las Vegas, and it went from one crazy party city to another. Went from Sin City to the Big Easy.
Yeah.
Crazy to think about. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a soda really quick out of my refrigerator. I'll be right back. Got me a vanilla Coke. Yep. Christening my back deck with the first cigar smoke out here on my new back deck. And I felt like doing it on YouTube. Granted, it's a StreamYard stream, so yeah, but man, there was some. What do you think one of the best moments of our Red Zone streams was this year, Dallas?
Yeah, I don't know.
We got some pretty funny ones, man. I'll tell you what else was crazy during the NFC Championship. All the offsides by Washington when Philly was set to do the brotherly shove, and then there were too many offsides where they were almost coming to the point where it kept going that it was going to give Philly a free touchdown.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever happened before.
It never happened before in league history. That was crazy to see, man. Yeah. And then Adam, one day we're going to get that platform set up. Mindful Media Production, Adam and Fab, you know, they got that documentary coming up of the SplatCon that was canceled and whatnot, and just how they got scammed out of a bunch of money and that too. And Adam's exposing everyone that was responsible for that and telling the truth of it all. That documentary will be coming out soon, sometime in February next month. So when that documentary comes out, y'all got to check it out. I will share it on my community. Scammed by Leon Frierson from All That. Yep, that is true. Yeah. But yeah, it's a cool back deck. Got my little golden nugget ashtray from Las Vegas I got back from my parents' place too. I love this little ashtray too. I have a small cigar. I got an ashtray from Soho Cigar Bar in New York City back on the trip when we beat the New York Jets. That was one of my highlights. Definitely the number 2 win of the year for sure. I mean, obviously the win against San Francisco had to be number 1, but man, that trip to New York was so fun, going to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and just freaking doing all the fun stuff, hanging out with my buddy, hanging out with my friends, hanging out with Ernesto and Wanda, drinking Coquito, a Puerto Rican sweet rum that they pull out during the holiday seasons. Then just the following weekend after that, going to Arizona, completing the sweep of the Cardinals, watching Charbonnet go off. Yeah, had a pretty eventful 2024, but now lots of chilling and won't be doing a lot of traveling this year. Probably going to Arizona again with my dad because that's probably where he'll want to go again this year for a Seahawks road game in the 2025 season. But now with paying mortgage, you know, $1,100 a month on the mortgage here in this house. Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. But just still feels good to be out in my hometown back in Puyallup again. Talking to you again too, Dallas, but Looking back at some of the most memorable red zone streams, I say one of our other memorable ones was when the fire alarm went off in the studio. We were live for that one.
Yeah, that was hysterical. A red zone first.
And then during one of the other years, remember stupid people doing stupid things.
Yeah.
And then what about the one where they get back to action and you're like, instead we're gonna get a preview for 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep, that was the best. That was one of the funny ones too. But man, probably the craziest reaction we've ever had during it still was the first year, during the last red zone of the season when we had that Miami Miracle against the New England Patriots in the year that the Patriots won Super Bowl 53 against the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah.
Brady's last Patriots Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then all sorts of other craziness, man. Like the one where they tried to do the hook and ladder at the end in Vegas, and then Chris was it Chandler Jones? Chandler Jones freaking took it to the house on that misfire, and then they really could have just taken that game to overtime in Vegas too. I remember that one. That was a crazy red zone reaction.
Yeah.
I forgot what all happened in that one, but that one was pretty crazy. Was that 2021 season? Oh yeah, and then we saw the Jaguars upset the Bills in 2021.
Yeah.
A week after we killed them when Geno was still our backup.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I was at that game, and then just Dad talking about that on that phone call was like after Jacksonville upset Buffalo a week after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're all gotta have the hangout soon, but that's for sure, Adam. We're gonna all hang out soon, that's for sure. A lot of off-season things, you know. I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl again with my dad. You know, we're gonna do our recap after that too, probably after watching primetime or the next day.
Yeah.
But yeah, just chilling on the back deck and enjoying this Arturo Fuentes special. This Arturo Fuentes special collection cigar. The looks like it just says Arturo Fuentes special. Special selection. I think that's what this is. Yeah. I don't think you really see it in the camera though, but yeah. Other than that, though, man, you know, Leonard Williams got into the Pro Bowl because Jalen Carter's going to the Super Bowl. It's crazy thing. We would have drafted Jalen Carter. Who knows, man? Jalen Carter is the reason the Eagles is one of the reasons on their defense, why their defense is ranked number one. And that's the reason they're in the Super Bowl, man. So I got to take a lot of notes that we got to build up the pass rush, man. Imagine if we would have taken Jalen Carter over Devin Witherspoon, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Witherspoon's still a heck of a corner, but we would have taken Jalen Carter, man. Imagine him and Byron Murphy together, man, if we would gone with those big names back-to-back years, man. This is crazy. And Jalen Carter in year 2, he's in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He killed Stafford every time he played him. His rookie year, and twice in the regular season in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, he did.
He really wrecked the Rams in that divisional round.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. Ooh. All right. I'm just gonna chill out here, just continue smoking the rest of this, and thank you all for tuning in. If you ain't with it, you ain't infamous. As always, go Seahawks. I will catch you for when me and Dallas do the Super Bowl preview and the pick. All right.